Hey traders, this is Cousin Vinny coming to you on October the 23rd with a look at the week of the 24th and the start of same. Looking at the ES daily, we had a really nice week with a couple of down days, but for the most part we traded above this range here that I've been watching for some time now. And if you look at the level here, this low, up to this previous high right here, you can see that we move through this 100% level, and this becomes a lot more tight in terms of resistance. Okay. What I'm also checking out is the extension level here at 1274. If we get a momentum shift to the upside, okay, and a continuation. There's a lot of caveats. I personally might trade a strangle or a straddle here at the 1240 area, depending on the strength of the move on Monday. And what I would do was I would be probably keeping my SPY calls and adding some SPY puts or some SDS calls, okay, at this level here around the 1240. So that's what I'm looking at going into Monday. But we did have a very strong close on the daily into the end of the week. Shifting to the weekly chart, you can see we're right up at this level of previous neckline support resistance, and very close to that area 618 on the Fibonacci's from this high. Okay, if we look at this previous high, we can see we're getting very close to that neckline. Psychologically speaking, there will be a lot of sellers there will be sellers in this area. People that bought here, didn't get out on this high, and held through thinking that we were going to bounce this area of this neckline where we broke down in August. Okay, so I'll be watching for any hesitation here or doji or any type of weak looking candle on the close on Monday. I'll trade into Monday holding the SPY calls that I currently have though. Okay. Looking at the monthly, notice that the RSI is still headed straight down, and we have this nice hammer candle for the month. Okay. I'm also looking at this trend line that we broke, obviously, in July, August. Okay, that we're coming back up to test this area. So if we do get the 6 through the 618, I'll also be watching the 786 level. Okay, but for going into Monday, I'm very concerned about this 618 level, and we'll be trading accordingly off of this pivot high. Now, looking at the spiders, which I am long the 120s, November 120s, I'm noting the MAs that are cruising higher, the short-term 3-period moving average, the short-term 8-period moving average, and the other moving averages that are turning up, signaling that this is momentum is moving up, that we do have strength here. We're above this level of volume at price. Okay, we're above this previous level, these highs, and we're above the 100 MA. Also note that the Bollinger Bands are starting to expand to the upside, and the lower Bollinger Bands are starting to follow. Okay, stochastics are embedded, just shows that we have a lot of strength there. But going out to the weekly, I do note this head and shoulders top that we were at, that we just spoke about on the ES. Okay, the levels that we're coming up to The 50 MA is right here, which is in a previous video I mentioned that there's a possibility that we would see this bear trap form and continue to see that. Okay, the midline of the Bollinger Band we're trading above, so we're squeezed between the two. The shorter term period moving averages on the weekly are moving higher. So once again, I'm trading the SPY 120 Novembers, and I'm looking at the volume at price. I'm looking at the 50 up above. I'm looking at the 618 on the daily ES and the weekly and the monthlies. Okay, stochastics does show an uptrend and the possibility of a further move, which I would expect up to the 50 period, and possibly a pause there, maybe even a turn down like we had here previously. But that's all that I'm looking at going into the early part of the week. Also, I'm trading FCX. Been in this for over a week now. With the calls, we had a strangle using the 36s and the 38s, which we got out on that previous candle on Wednesday on that low. I can't remember, or it was Thursday, I forget which, but it was the day after earnings. So we had that lower move down and we got out of the put leg, okay, the 36s, and we held on to the calls. So I'm currently trading those. Note that we're at the 382. The 50 period is up above us, and the 50 fib as well. So the 618 is back up here above where I was looking at that previous head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulders that we could trade up to and possibly break through if we can get through the neckline here. Okay, so all of these areas are converging at a nice area to take these calls off and possibly leave a few on. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for going into the week. I think that's everything. Let me check my notes. That is the bullish and bearish side of this trade going into the week. And I'm also looking at the euro. So keep an eye on the euro, US dollar cross, to see if we get a further move up. This is the daily, of course, and we have seen strength. A number of people played this short during the week and did well. But I am noting this this previous high. If we break above that, the 127 extension is possible. We have a upper trend line of this descending channel, okay, that we could trade up to. We are embedded, so depending on the news that comes out during the week and over the weekend, with the futures opening up tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, we'll see what the market has in store for us. Okay, take care. Remember to use your stops, and if you're not a member, come over and check out the free 2-week trial at Day Trading Radio. And Johnny also has ongoing trading strategies, how to trade channels, wedges, and so forth, what we use as a technical setup. You can also follow me on Chartly, okay, at Cousin Vinny, cousin_Vinny. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, note that my handle on Twitter is a little bit different. It's a Z instead of an S in Cousin Vinny, only because that handle was taken. Okay, so take care. We'll see you in the room on Monday, and remember to use your stops.